within 3 seconds another ball is thrown into play. And so you really have to keep focused on the ball, because if you run down the court, you take a shot, and you miss, and you decide you're going to go, oh my, by the time you do that and look, the other team is already taking a shot on your goal. So it's going to be really important for you to know that the transition game is really fast. My name's Michael Cerpok. I invented the sport. I own a patent on it. It's now being played 8 years after I came up with the idea. We have over 1 million people playing the sport throughout the United States and Canada, and it's being played in several other countries around the world, including just recently Australia has started to pick up the sport in their collegiate. It's become so popular that Stanford University has their own Sabakiball intramural club. So I'm going to go over the basics for you. Really, like any sport, there's a 22-page rule book, but only really 4 things you need to know. The basics are this. This is a Sabakiball. It's specifically made to be slippery. So no matter how good or how bad you are at catching a ball, you're going to be starting over again today. The best way to do it at first is to try and bring it into your body, make sure you've got it, kind of like a football, and then get ready to throw it. The idea of the game is simple. You're going to throw the ball. You're going to strike the yellow goal pin at either end of the court. One team will be going that way, the other team this way. If you knock the opposing team's pin down, you get a point, just like any other sport, hockey, soccer, anything like that. The backboard is there because you're going to have a goalie protecting the pin. And so it's very difficult to score by knocking the pin down directly. But if you take a fake shot, just like you would in basketball, you can hit the backboard and then hit the pin from behind. That's the best way to score goals. Okay, so the 4 things you need to know. Before your team is allowed, you're going to be playing 5-on-5. So you're going to have substitutions like in hockey. People are going to be changing, and I'm going to help you with that. When your team gets the ball, you have to do what's called loading your shot. Before your team is allowed to attempt a shot on goal, you have to have 3 or more consecutive passes. If at any time anyone drops the ball, get it. It's still your team's ball as long as you recover it. However, if it's on the ground, it's anybody's ball. It's called a scrum. Because we're playing on asphalt, I suggest that you guys be cool during the scrum, okay? So don't be diving in there to get the ball. If your team drops the pass, just pick it up, keep going. You don't have to retreat, keep playing offense, but you have to start your 3 passes over again. Anytime you drop the ball, your team has to start your 3 passes. And I'll help you out, I'll call them out. 1, 2, that's 3, shots open, and that means you can take your shot. To make it a little more difficult, within 3 seconds of gaining possession of the ball, you have to get rid of the ball. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. If you're still holding the ball, I'm going to blow the whistle and give it to the other team. 3 seconds is a long time. Don't confuse this with team handball, where you get 3 steps, or ultimate frisbee, same thing. I'm old and slow. If I start in my own court side and I'm going on offense and I catch the ball, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shoots, I can run the entire length of the court in 3 seconds. So when you get the ball, don't freak out. Don't try and get rid of it. It's not a hot potato. When you get the ball, advance as far as you can while looking for somebody to pass to. Got it? Yeah. Every 3 seconds, pass the ball. Every 3 passes, take the shot. Because the other team knows you have to pass the ball within 3 seconds, they're going to constantly be intercepting the ball. And then everybody turns and sprints the other way. You can block passes, you can intercept passes, but you may not strip the ball out of somebody's hands. Okay, 2 other things you need to go know about. This is the goalie box, the yellow box. Only your team's designated goalie can be in here. Your goalie can go anywhere they want, up to the mid-court line, but only your goalie can go into the box. If you reach into the box to take a shot, you're in the box. I'm going to call foul, the other team gets the ball. The last thing you need to know is that there's a row here of cones, and you can use this white line as well. Anything past this line is called the no-shot zone. You can go back here. The backcourt is a great place to pass to people out in front to take a shot. But once you're in the no-shot zone, you cannot shoot unless you jump in. So if you're running down the court and you jump, as long as you let go of the ball before your foot hits the ground, that's a good shot. It's called a jump shot, and if you're athletic, it's a great way to score goals. Every 3 seconds, get rid of the ball. Every 3 passes, take a shot. Shoot before the no-shot line and stay out of the goalie box. Last thing I'm going to tell you, This sport is unlike any other as far as the goalie goes. If you're the goalie, you have the most endurance-oriented position. So if you like to play goalie because you're lazy, don't volunteer to be the goalie. As I said earlier, the goalie advances with the offense to the mid-court line. This is called playing the point. From here, you're not very far away. You can take shots and score. Your goalie can score goals from the point. But even better, your goalie can see the offensive zone. So if you're in here and you don't see a good pass to make, get it back to your goalie and let them kind of quarterback that offense. But if a ball goes out of bounds, I'm going to blow the whistle and point to the team who has possession. That goalie has 3 seconds to run back and grab a ball. I'll blow the whistle again, giving you 3 more seconds to step into your goalie box and start. So if your team's good, your goalie's going to be sprinting back and forth to get balls every time you shoot and miss.
Where's Z?
Everybody got that idea?
No, like, come back.
I need Z.
I need to be on.
Z! Z, mommy!